Thank you. Good morning, Chairman Gabarino, Ranking Member Swalwell, Chairman Green, and honorable members of the subcommittee. Thank you for inviting me to testify. I'm Heather Hogsett, Senior Vice President and Deputy Head of BITS, the Technology Division of the Bank Policy Institute. BPI is a nonpartisan policy, research, and advocacy organization representing the nation's leading banks. On behalf of BPI members, we greatly appreciate this committee's leadership and the opportunity to provide perspective on cybersecurity regulations. As today's national security threats increasingly target vital infrastructure and our economy, it is imperative that industry and government work together to have an awareness of cyber incidents and vulnerabilities, while ensuring cyber teams can focus on day-to-day tasks, responding to incidents when they occur, and implementing next-generation technologies. Unfortunately, the current state of cyber regulations detract from this vital work. To support the nation's security and resilience, we offer a few recommendations. First, streamline the reporting of cyber incidents to allow cyber teams to focus on response. I previously testified before this committee in support of the Cyber Incident Reporting for Critical Infrastructure Act, CIRCIA, and its goal to create a uniform incident reporting system. This would provide CISA with information it needs to have broader awareness of cyber threats and the tactics used by attackers. Armed with this information, CISA can better assess threats and provide early warning to help other entities protect themselves. We continue to believe that CIRCIA, if properly implemented, will play an important role in our collective defense. However, as we noted in formal comments last June, it is critical that the final rule not extend beyond the authorities granted to it under the statute. Bipartisan members of this committee, as well as Senator Peters, submitted comments emphasizing a similar view. Your comments were enormously helpful in reiterating congressional intent, and we thank you for your continued leadership and engagement. We, along with several other financial trade associations, recently asked that the current proposal be withdrawn and reissued. In particular, we encouraged CISA to significantly revise last year's proposed rule to reduce the scope of reporting to incidents affecting critical services, focus data collection on what companies need to know to prevent contagion, and reduce ongoing reporting obligations. At the same time, Congress and the administration should direct other agencies to cease issuance of bespoke reporting requirements. Some agencies, such as the federal banking regulators, have incident notification requirements that are simple and serve a very specific operational or emergency response purpose. These requirements were developed in close collaboration with industry and work well in practice. Other agencies, however, continue to issue onerous reporting or disclosure requirements with different definitions, timelines, and varying data elements that do not improve security outcomes. One rule in particular is the SEC's requirement to disclose material cyber incidents within 4 business days, regardless of whether the incident has been contained or remediated. This rule should be rescinded as it undermines CIRCIA and confidential reporting and unnecessarily complicates incident response. Second, we encourage Congress and the administration to consolidate industry-specific cyber regulations and regulatory oversight. This is a particularly acute challenge for financial institutions with multiple regulators. A survey of bank chief information security officers found that they spend 30 to 50% of their time on compliance and examiner management, and their teams can spend 70% of their time on those functions. Firms receive on average 100 requests for information leading up to an exam, with anywhere from 75 to 100 supplemental requests during an exam that can take weeks, if not months, to complete. Once one exam is completed, another regulator often comes in to examine the same or a similar topic. The current state risks undermining our security, and it is time for a reassessment. Finally, we urge Congress to reauthorize cyber information sharing protections that expire this fall. The Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act of 2015 established important liability and antitrust protections for entities sharing cyber threat information, which were subsequently incorporated into CIRCIA. In the decades since their enactment, these protections have supported not only the sharing of cyber threat indicators, but also broader awareness of vulnerabilities, knowledge of threat actors and their tactics, and effective defensive measures. Recent attacks against public and private infrastructure underscore the importance of preserving these protections and the important information exchange they facilitate. We greatly appreciate this committee's thoughtful approach to these issues and stand ready to work with you to protect the security and resilience of our nation's infrastructure. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Hogsett.